that put this all together. Amanda Biddle, give it up!
Thank you guys. Keep it going for all of you and for Kofi. You guys are amazing. So, school's been in session for a few months. Any students here? Yay, cool. Actually, there's a few people from my drama class who I invited. Dylan and Miles, give it up for them. I've been harassing people at school all the time to come to the show, and they finally came. So I don't have to follow them to their cars after the class next week. So school's in session, which means that school buses are back on the road, and I don't know if you saw me walking around, but I am pretty type A, and being type A spills over into having a lot of road rage. Even when I don't really have anywhere to be, I just need to get where I'm going as fast as possible. I yell at everybody else. Actually, what's funny is yesterday I got in a car accident. I'm going to deter from a school bus for a moment. It was pretty shitty, it was really scary. But once I realized that I was okay and I had my dogs with me, once I realized that they were okay, my next thought was all the stuff that I had just bought was possibly kryptonite. And I was reviewing how much money I spent and picturing the receipt. It was oh no! And then my next thought was that I was just so thankful that I decided to only put $5 in my gas tank the day before, so it was basically on E before it was total. So I was I'm good, whatever. I didn't waste any gas, so I'm okay. I got some glass on me, but that'll brush off. So a couple weeks ago I was driving behind the school bus. And I was right behind the school bus, I was instantly enraged, just fuck, it's gonna be stopping a million times to drop all these stupid kids off. Okay, I'm just gonna relax and be calm and practice being a good, patient, compassionate person. And as I was doing that, I kind of noticed that this little girl in the back of the bus, she was goofing around, being funny. I was oh yeah, I remember what it's like to be on the bus. So I started goofing around and she'd hide behind the seat and I ducked down behind my steering wheel and we were just having these adorable moments back and forth. And then a few minutes later the bus's blinker flipped on, and as the bus was turning this corner, the little girl kind of flipped as well, and she locked eyes with me and gave me the loser sign. Oh, okay. Be a big girl. You want to play with the big girls. Okay, I'll show you how the big girls play. So I flip my blinker on and I start following the bus, right? And I'm locking eyes with her, I'm just following, and the bus pulls up in front of her house. Pulls over to let her out, so I pull over and I get out. And I'm following her into her house. And then I fuck her dad. I home-wreck her entire family. And now I'm her new stepmom. So as her new stepmother, I take away her smartphone. Duh, that's what you do. So no more Facebook, texting, Snapchat, any of that bullshit. Now we'll see who the fucking loser is now, you little bitch. Yeah, so that was... It's become a whole thing. So I do love children, even though I don't have any of my own. Shut up, Jim. I really like kids, but I just don't know. I'm on the fence about them, right? And so, being a woman of 29 years of age, I've lived my life a little bit. And so I'm going to catch you off guard with a new topic. We're going to talk about unwanted pregnancy for a hot sec. Oh, yeah, you guys were loving me when I was fucking people's dads, but now, you know what happens when you fuck people's dads? You sometimes get pregnant. And sometimes you don't want to stay pregnant. And so I think of it a lot as walking on a trail or going hiking. Everybody does it, it happens. But this is kind of walking on a trail that's maintained. Because I was on birth control, actually multiple forms of birth control. Got pregnant, didn't want to be pregnant. So as I'm walking on this trail, I get my foot caught in a bear trap, and I'm fuck! No! How did this happen? This was never never gonna happen to me. Like, I'm smart, I'm different. Like, hello, I'm on birth control. What the fuck? This doesn't work. So instead of just like letting my limb like rot away or me potentially die or whatever, stay with me. This is what pregnancy is. I decided that like an adult who's in charge of my body, I would go to the hospital. I go seek professional medical help because it's just a fucking bear trap. It's not like the end of the world. So I get that taken off my foot, and I'm all better. I'm great. Didn't lose anything. Totally cool. Totally not anti-hiking. Still go hiking. I just like do a better job of like looking out for bear traps. But I think it's totally normal, and I think lots of people have experienced that. So you don't have to be ashamed. It's just a thing that happens. It's not, nobody wants that, but you gotta do something about it. A few years ago, was arguing with an ex-boyfriend, and we were playing a game that I like to call dysfunctional ping pong, where I say something mean, and then he says something mean, and it just kind of like goes back and forth. And I said something really mean, and then he says to me, you know what, Amanda? I really wish that someone would have thrown acid in your face when you were younger, so that you could have developed a personality. Okay, are you saying I'm like really pretty? That is so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I'm Amanda Biddle.